Okay, today we are doing 11.4. We are doing all of 11.4 in one day because it's just two examples. 11.4 is dividing rational expressions. So what this is, it's like dividing fractions where it's basically multiplication. All you have to do is an extra step at the beginning. So that is the keep, change, flip step. So you keep the first. So I've got a little example here. I've got A over B divided by C over D, and I kept the first, so it's A over B still. I changed the symbol from division to multiplication. And then I flipped the second. I made it its reciprocal. So I'm going to give you that term right here. Reciprocal is basically just the flip of the fraction. If it's not a fraction, you will need to make it a fraction. However, that will come in handy in 11.6. Okay, but I'm going ahead and giving you that here just so that you know it and you are prepared. So reciprocal is the flip of the fractions where you invert the numerator and the denominator. So that's all we're going to do here. So example A, notice it has a division sign. So I'm going to keep my first 5a cubed times b divided by c. I'm going to change my symbol from division to multiplication, and I'm going to invert or flip my other fraction. So c over 4a. I'm going to go through here and I'm going to say, oh, I've got an a here and an a here. Take that out, take one of these out, I'm left with a squared. I've got a c on top, c on bottom, and I am left with 5b on top, 5a squared b. There's a glare from the light, so I did not see my a squared b over what's left on my bottom, which is 4. And that's all there is to that. So I'm going to show you what we do when we have to factor. So I'm going to keep my first, x squared minus 9 over x plus 1. I'm going to change my symbol to multiplication, and I'm going to invert or flip my other fraction. Okay, now I'm going to go through and I'm going to factor. So this is the difference between two squares. So I've got x plus 3 times x minus 3 over x plus 1. Okay, I can take a 2 out of this. So I've got 2 times x minus 3. And then here I've got x plus 1. And I've got x plus 3. Okay, there we go. So for this problem, what we're going to do now is we are going to look at what we have in common. So what is on top and what is on bottom. So I actually did this wrong. I had it inverted already. So we're just going to go with it though. I've got an x plus 3 on top. I've got an x plus 3 on bottom. Guess what? I don't have anything else I can cancel out here. So I'm just going to write this as x minus 3 times x minus 3. I'm going to put my 2 in front. And I'm going to divide it by x plus 1 times x plus 1. Okay? Note, in this case, I messed up, but I still went going with it. I only was able to cancel out one thing. It actually worked out, so I was able to cancel out something at all. Had it been flipped, I would have been able to cancel out two things. So in this case, this would be our answer. Of course, we would have to say x plus 3 cannot equal 0, minus 3, with x not being able to equal negative 3 as our excluded values, okay? So that is all for 11.4. It is just remembering the whole keep, change, flip thing that we learned when we were in pre-algebra, or that I taught in pre-algebra, that some people learned as low as, I believe it was 4th or 5th grade. So just reminding you of that. If you have any questions, let me know. Tomorrow and Friday we will be covering 11.5, and then Monday we will do review, and Tuesday of next week we will have your test 11. We're just doing the front part of test 11, so don't worry too much. It's only going to be over 11.1 to 11.4. I'm not going all the way through chapter 11. So I will see you guys tomorrow with 11.5.